Well, top of the moment to you once again. It's a Wednesday, and you know what our Wednesday stands for? That is for WAP TV. Yeah, what it stand for? Na legal matter. Everybody, no matter the work what you dey do, be it a bourgeoisie, that is, you are a property owner and you pay people, or a proletariat, you work for people and you receive salary. Once we say you be individual, once we say you be citizen, even make you be foreigner, you are bounded by a law. So now the essence of this show be that we must all know what the law says so as not to contravene the law. So on that platform, I say good morning. Once again, welcome to Legal Matter. And to take us through this journey, Barrister Vincent Tommy. Barrister Vincent Tommy. Good morning, sir. Oluwatomilola. Okay, sir. Good morning. Noted. Well done, sir.
Thank you very much, everyone at home. Thank you.
And happy birthday in arrears.
Thank you very much. 2 days ago was the best day of my life. And I thank God.
Barry clock 10 years. Let me give you expo. Barry clock 10. Just 10. No.
Thank you very much, every one of you out there who were part of it, one way or the other. Yeah, we're continuing where we stopped last week.
That should be the legal side.
The legal side to
COVID-19.
COVID. What are the possibilities that you can see out of this COVID-19 lockdown, lock-in, whatever you call it, however you call it. Now, the basic thing I would like you to understand in going forward is that whether you want it or not, the reality is that it has happened, and for a long time or so, we're going to have the COVID experience with us. Things will not be the same. I mean, in the corporate world, which in the year nowadays now, new normal.
New norms.
New normal. So that means say the old normal, the thing they call normal before.
Benny.
You don't come out now. Now new things.
Even the way we shake.
Yes, everything. New normal.
The way we eat.
School, new normal. Everything.
Fast food now take away.
New normal. So you have to understand that this has started and this probably will change a lot of things. So, and there will be legal issues we will come out for this kind of thing. Like I was trying to say 2 days ago, on my birthday, I just saw that somebody has sent me a picture of a domestic issue that happens as far as April, during the heat of that lockdown. The woman was bleeding through her nose and mouth. So I said, what happened? He said, that's her husband that did that to her. Domestic violence, and you understand about even the sexual assault that is on rampage and things like that. So you have to understand that you are going to expose yourself to a lot of what I call it legal danger. If you don't put your mind to know that these things can cost you. During this time, people have gone into theft, stealing people's things because they want to survive. That you want to survive does not justify the theft you are conducting, does not justify it. And you may look as if it's the norm. It's why can't I succeed? Can't I survive? How I go take survive if I no steal? You go put yourself in that trouble. And these are the things that we're talking about. That mind yourself. No follow, enter thing where you know sabi. Like we were talking last week, my street, they do vigilante because of 1 million or 2 billion boys. And you can't go carry knife, carry everything. People, they take video of you. You are happy to show that you are in charge, you are in control. That knife, that cutlass way they show, they fit use them against you for future because that one are evidence. Say you are holding illegal arms or illegal weapon in your hand. All these things are the things that enables you to be put into challenge. And we are talking about the fact that domestic violence, no matter the provocation, it will cost you. Right now there are so many bodies for domestic violence. If you think say that because of time, it go reach you. If you reach you, anybody can report. And even as people are incidenting this thing, after the lockdown, they can. Crime has no expiry date. I'd like you to know that crime no dey get expiry date. So if you commit crime last year, the police can still wait for you and investigate you and even get you for that crime of last year. So if you commit if you are assaulting domestically, you are violent, you are doing what you should not have done, or you are sexually assaulting people in your house, in your area, because you think say nobody go catch you because of COVID, take am easy. These things, if you come back to hurt you, no be small. Now, we want to move on to also the area of contractual issues. Contractual issues. These things has to do with how, for instance, how you go take the thing where somebody don't owe you and you talk say go pay, or somebody now don't get one contract. Let's give it like a scenario, like we say that we go do party for May, and then you don't book, you don't do everything down. How you go take collect your money back? How you go all those things? How the thing where you no use, the thing where you no do, or the arrangement where you don't book down and things like that. Now, it's very important that for when it comes to issues way of contract or whatever, you have to be willing. Every party have to be willing to sit down to talk about this kind of thing. And no be every day it dey happen, but it don't happen now. That your site where you say that for 3 months they must complete them. Now the workman can start lying, or if not, let's even know it's not lie, but can now start claiming that it's because of the COVID. Na him we no do, or we no fit buy this one, we no fit buy sharp sand, we no fit go market, we no fit do that one. And of course, by the time when I come back, most likely say your money you go down take and spend that for your own family head and think all those kind of things. So how you go take settle them now? Because that one are the issue. And you have to know how to see the reality of the thing we are doing on ground vis-a-vis the contract or the agreement we not get. So there is a need for all of us to sit down and rethink and strategize. And sometimes there could be losses, sometimes there could be gain. But in the circumstance, you cannot keep insisting that you must get the 100% of whatever it is. Both ways, there must be some compromise, because this was, let's assume that actually the man paid for the cement, but the cement owner is no longer around. Or let's assume that there was wood. Let's assume. So all these things are the issues that are going to be involved. And I foresee that after the lockdown, you will see a lot of wahala that will come forth about this kind of. In law, we call them frustration. Frustration, we say the thing we not plan, no go as na plan am because of circumstance where they beyond and above you. Where they no day inside waiting to contemplate. So the law talks if that in that circumstance, you go look whether that thing will happen. Now indeed it becomes so fundamental, or it go to the cocoa of the matter, where we say indeed it no fit allow you to perform the thing where you're supposed to perform. So for instance, if you don't book a hall and the man you don't pay probably 85% of the money for the hall, you say make you do the thing for here, and the thing no happen again, and it's not likely to happen again because the time for it has passed. Like my own birthday, if they say I book a hall to say I want to do my birthday here, and birthday can never come again now. You don't go. So how can you go now? So it's either both of you decide to sit down and talk about, okay, how do I get refund, to the extent of which shall I get refund, or there will have to be give and take, or you go to court to go and say this can happen. And you see, the law about it is that a frustration occurred, an incidence of frustration occurred that did not allow the event to come to pass. So to that extent, the law will look at the balance and see how it is going, whether indeed this happened. And once there is frustration, the parties are excused from their obligations to each other, except if in the contract, there's some contract we say people don't look at this and say, okay, force majeure, in case this one happen, the tornado happen, thunder happen, this kind of thing happen. If they don't provide for that thing inside their contract before, say in case this thing happen, now so we go do them, then that term where they put into into that their contract will be the one that would be. And like if you your tenancy agreement, whether you don't talk say force majeure, because of force majeure, and no go fit pay rent and things like that. If it's there, or in case of force majeure, and no go fit repair your house in case it happen, and you go repair am. If it's your contract, then gbege e dey there. But if you know dey there, that means it's by it is fundamental things, fundamental, things like it's a the deficiency, then you have to use that that frustration thing to say, okay, let's argue it, let's argue. But the best thing I would say is that both parties should try and sit down and talk about it. How about the same thing for insurance issues? Insurance. When things like this happen, that's why you have to go and look at your insurance, the thing we don't do for those insurance time where you don't sign. Many people, you need to go back and look at the contract where you have with people, whether it contains things like force majeure or it contains like those kind of things. Otherwise, you will see that you and your people will just be fight unnecessarily. Now, people will owe indebtedness, whether it is time bound, like probably you're supposed to be paid month by month or based on your income. It's a good time to go back and let those who are owing to know what is happening, because they also see. But some people say no, that will not concern me. Nah, because imagine your debt, your basic is tied to your income. Imagine, and the income has come down now. What do? You can't go and steal. So it's a good time to run to those who are owing to let them know this and this are the issues that I'm facing. I cannot pay based on my expectations before. So please indulge me and let me be able to reverse things like that. So in that wise, and sometimes, and I also counsel those ones who are they are owing, please don't become merchant of Venice. And
Antonio.
And says, I must get back. No. The reality is that they are not making money. I mean, if some are making money, I say that some are really making money this time. But reality is majority of people are still, kind of confused, say, waiting to happen. How? Waiting. That's why immediately they lock us down. Despite the fact that they say thunder will happen, coronavirus. See as people troop out, because many people have never experienced it like this before. So you need to understand that you have to be sympathetic with people. Don't just ask that they must pay your money and what have you. And also you that are owing, don't use the excuse of the thing to hold back people down. Where it is possible to you, pay what you can pay, but arrange well. Now, I go warn you that if you have signed a loan agreement before and then you are trying to go and beg them for this, take your lawyer along. Make you take your lawyer along, so that when they are even the concession or whatever, or they're asking to sign another paper, don't go and sign paper where you don't know what's in the inside, because you can even implicate yourself, so that even there's all the so-called allowance they're giving you, they can become like what will hit you back later. And please, anybody watching me, any paper written, especially by lawyers, no matter how simple the English look, bros, no sign up except you bring your own lawyer there. Because simple English, no dey for law. It looks simple because sometimes it confuse people. Like I don't tell people for inside here. Like if I tell you now, say I rent house for your house, for your hand. I say from January 1st to December 31st. If you give me a receipt for 12 months and somebody else, or probably not me, I mean the landlord, I give receipt for 12 months. Somebody else come for the same second apartment, the same size, same everything. The person come from January 1st to 31st of December 2020, the same period. I can't give the other person receipt for 1 year. I give you receipt for 12 months. On your paper, it looks now they are the thing where you pay for. Now I give receipt for. But really, there's a difference between the 1 year and the 12 months. That's why I beg you, not just take them like that. Because the 12 months means say you are a monthly tenant that has paid 12 months in advance. Meaning that you are a monthly tenant. And then if I want to quit you, it's a month notice I give you because you're a monthly tenant. But the person who don't pay for 1 year, now yearly tenant, meaning that he has paid for 1 solid year, not 12 months broken into pieces. So that 12 months means that is a monthly tenant. That solid year means that is a yearly tenant. If I want to give the person where I give 1 year receipt to, that means I have to give the other person 6 months. 6 months. So make you understand that whenever you get paper to sign, because as we go out now, as they make a go beg person or probably tell them, okay, let's sit down. They'll give, okay, we have sit down, okay, let us sign. That is a new agreement. Bros, whenever they give you the new agreement, open your eyes, shine your eye very well, make you not just think that because you don't come, legal matter, don't say, you go, no, get your own lawyer, whatever you did, whether Abuja, wherever you go, get your lawyer, I beg.
Okay, thank you very much, sir, on contractual issues. Now we'll take start today. So most definitely, let's go on this break. When we come back, we'll open the phone lines so that questions go to come from inside and from outside. Gibari, go nowhere. The show will be right back. Our people they talk say ignorance of the law. No be excuse.
If my name na for property, my child no fit take that thing.
But I get one question. Now, if person die now and he put him wife or he put any of his relative as next.
Ignorance of the law no be excuse oh. That na why we get one ogbonge program wey we dey call Legal Matter on top WAP TV.
Well, you're welcome back to the show and Legal Matter now what they do. Speaking of contractual issues, yes, part of waiting we go the experience now as far as legal terms they concerned, because now waiting we they go through now. Now waiting we feel talk say no they happen like every time. So as it don't happen, things go they change, agreements go they change, documents must definitely to they change. Well, a lot cuts across the mind because I was expecting Barry to also say this. School fees payments go they change.
Of course.
Because this is part of what we parents and this is what part of what parents and proprietors and proprietresses go they face now. How do we pay? What are the modalities? How do we calculate for the months? For those of us who just pay before this thing happen, I don't know. There's a lot. So this is a very sensitive topic here, and I know that the essence of the show, most especially while you watch WAP TV, now because so we go to discuss salient topics where go affect you, where you go learn from, and where you go pick 1 or 2 things from. So if you're a school proprietor where they watch us, maybe you be parent, if you never they ring for your mind before, I beg make it begin the ring now. Most especially now where government don't talk, say in 2 weeks time they may open up schools and other part of our lives, industries. So what will happen as far as school fee payment they concerned? Well, I'll pause on that, open the phone lines so that when I wait the house, when I go fit call in, please reduce the volume on your TV set to the barest minimum so that we can enjoy this conversation. So, Barry,
Yes,
let me
sir.
start with this, sir, while we expect calls from our lovely viewers at home. The issue of journalists and health workers extensively discussed or written on the front pages of the daily sketches today. Most of all our papers now carry that story. They say health workers and journalists, we know say yes, they get this exemption from the federal government. But on the contrary, they say IGP say no, at least there's a law again from IGP. So which supersedes, sir?
What I heard was that the IGP is saying except those who can convince that they are actually on that duty.
What is the definition of convention? Yes, sir.
Yes, because probably there you have to be assignment specific. You know, the thing good. They say you are working from this time, not just you are flying the badge of an health worker. Okay, I have a duty from 9 o'clock in the morning till about 8 o'clock in the evening. That's my duty schedule.
Okay. So sorry, sir. Let's just take Olabi. We'll come back to that question. Olabi, good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, blow.
How you there, sir?
Hi.
Okay, over to Barry. Barry there, yeah. Fire on your question.
Okay. Good morning, Marisa.
Good morning, oh, good morning.
Good
Good
morning, sir.
morning.
I'm fine.
Yes,
This
sir.
you carry.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, good morning. I'm really enjoying your program, sir.
Thank you. God
Thank
bless
you,
you.
sir.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Yeah. Hello?
Yes, we
You
are
have
hearing
to
you.
reduce the volume. Your volume.
We can hear you. We
The
can hear
volume
you.
on your TV set. Reduce it, sir.
We can hear you.
That's what happens. If you don't reduce the volume, we go definitely allow you go. So please help us reduce the volume on your
Okay,
TV set.
so we're talking about that issue that it has to do with what even for every for every rule, the laws. I mean, we know as lawyers there's an exception.
It's an exception.
So and that's why there's interpretation, even if there's a general. That's why lawyers go to court say to go and seek the interpretation of the law. The way I perceive it is not the way you perceive it. And though there are also rules, there are also overarching rules and there are directives that support that rules, or sometimes might even be in contradiction, but it has to be now sorted out. So what really happened is the fact that, okay, health workers are exempted, but I can, even if I'm not doing anything, I can be on the street and claim to be a health worker. But there's nothing that stops, in my own view, the IGP for saying that, look, health workers, by general terms, they are not exempted. But you have to define what you are doing at that point in time outside. Because
Does that mean that your ID card or the letter from your ministry or department does not hold water, or do again?
no, if that thing, I mean, that's why it becomes debatable now. If the letter is stating that at that particular time you are meant to be there, then it becomes an issue. Okay, that you are in the category of those exempted worker. But if your ID card just or whatever you have is just saying that I'm a staff of General Hospital Guadalajara or something like that, it's not by itself a definition of that. Does not make you health worker for that particular purpose. If you are health worker, but do you have that exemption? No. Just like when you're having events, everybody's a staff, but there are some staff that can go into that.
Yes, I think I know what you're talking about. Inner taco staff. Engineer Frank, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, our barrister is here, please.
Okay, my own question is regarding to the tenancy agreement.
Go ahead, sir.
So, because you said as a yearly tenant, you have 6 months notice.
Yes, you do.
If you are asked to quit.
You do.
But my question is, when does the 6 months start? Is it when your payment has not expired?
Okay.
Or is it after the payment?
Okay,
of 1 year?
I'll explain to you. Okay, quickly. You see, Engineer Frank, there's nothing in law that says that any building you are given is for free. There's nothing in law. Any commercial premises that you have entered, any time of your occupation there is meant to be paid for. And although the law kind of is skewed to favor tenants legitimately because they seem to be the weaker party, but there is nothing really in law that states that you must have freedom to spend 1 day extra in a house without paying for it. It's just that the process of giving you the adequate notice, or the process where we say nobody go push you out, nobody go just bounce you, put you for street, that one there. Now coming back to your question directly, we say when you are if you pay from January to December, and probably by May I say I don't like you,
Or the kind of people where they
don't
carry
like
come
you.
house.
I don't like you. I can give you a quick notice from say June to end in December when your rent will end. What I'm simply telling you is that I will not touch you until you have finished the money you paid for.
Okay.
But when you have finished the money you paid for, I will not want to renew your tenancy. So the quick notice has nothing to do with your legitimate right to be within the ambit. So I can give you that quick notice, and that before for Lagos State and for last places, the quick notice must be with the anniversary of your rent. So that if you pay from January to December, I must give you the quick notice around May or around June, maximum June, so that 6 months notice will start reading from July, August, September, October, November, December. 6 months notice. Clear 6 months notice. And if I fail to give you by that June 30th maximum, that means I've lost the opportunity to quit you. Technically speaking, I'll have to wait till the next year to January next year to give so that it can end. But in Lagos State, that law has been removed. So even 9 months into your rent, I can give you quick notice stating that 6 months on, meaning that you will still spend 3 months in my house. Because if I give you 6 months notice by September, it means that 6 months notice will expire by March the following year. So you will still spend 3 months. But I need to warn you that even that 3 months you are spending is not free.
It's not pro bono.
It's not pro bono. Because I can still ask not for rent, but mean profit. I can still ask for what is called mean profit for use and occupation. That that house you are using, I don't want to collect rent from you, but I want to collect adequate compensation for the use and occupation of that place. So I will not call it rent. So, and that's why we have to be very guided about it.
I think that's why lawyers are very, very essential. And like we normally say on the show, the law is ambiguous. Where you think, say, yes, I must spend free 6 months.
No.
But he don't tell us now. Okay, going back to what we're discussing, Barry, still speaking of contractual issues. You there?
Yes.
Okay, I hope you get that message, my brother.
Yes, I did.
Okay, thank you very much. Speaking of case law, we're told that, okay...
Badmus.
Badmus, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
How are you there, sir?
I did fine.
Our Barry there here.
What's that?
Our Barry there here, please. Fire on.
Okay, I just for the first.
Oh, what was that?
Frank.
Okay, sir. So we know that, okay, most of these things where they happen now, it no be things where we say we fit talk, say it don't happen before. Case law, they under where we say there's a judicial precedent to it that we can relate to this matter and this is the judgment. If I collect all, for instance, like the example you use, and the person is smart enough to give me document to sign, non-refundable.
Of course.
And I sign. And I know if we do wedding this year again, like we all see. I can't they say, give me money. He can't they say, no, they give me. Has he not won the case technically?
Oh, yes. Yes. I mean, it's a given. That's why I've been texting that make it. I mean, some of us things are normal paper. You see, if you can say you understand it and you can face the consequence, why not? But sometimes even the simplest paper can become the basis, the reason for simplest paper.
Because if we go to court.
One of my friends will be say in Asa, they watch this program. Just take me laugh here now. Because it's simple. By the time you're going to do evidence, even the small paper where even think say matter, I can bring it out and it can become the basis of winning or losing of a case. That's why when you are signing things, when just like you said, one of my friends in those days when shares were still shares, some stockbrokers say making the buy share from, making the help them trade in shares, they make money, and but the part they give them now the irrevocable power to sell and to buy.
Irrevocable.
Uncancelable, irrevocable power to buy and sell. Of course, why in there for your house? We don't know. Those guys just they selling shares, they just they sharing shares, they just they selling shares. But in there, they think they still get many shares. Wow. But those ones without even consulting him as it suits them, they're just selling and by the time you get there, it's sold nothing. Of course, you did a lot of things, went to SEC to go and have a meeting, whatever. Even SEC was asking for reconciliation. That is Stock Exchange Commission. But they are asking for reconciliation because this was the paper he signed. Irrevocable. So it depends. And that's why I'm sure many of us have learned lesson now. And from going forward, we're able to say...
Okay, sorry, sir. Can we take Peter? Peter, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
How are you there, Peter?
I'm fine, sir.
Yes, you have Barry to yourself now.
Yes, I'm a worker at Lagos State. I always do a cook job.
Yes, sir.
So I keep money at the bank. Have you understand?
I'm here. I'm here with you.
I keep money at the bank. I used to keep the money here with Sheila Sheila was agreed that if I put money 10,000 naira in the bank, in this account, one is 100,000. If he puts, governor will add his own money.
Oh, we lost that. Sorry. You need to call us back, Peter. Sorry about that. So they talk about the irrevocable power where they give that person.
So that's right. So if you don't say no refundable deposit, I mean, it becomes issues. Seriously, technically, like I said, this is where we need to become more humane. I mean, we become humane to ourselves, to become understanding, empathetic. I mean, if you have a contract, for instance, that says, for those of us who are into law, private properties and things like that, that says that this amount must be paid, but okay, it's a deposit on a transaction you want to do, like a land. You say probably the land is 1 million, 2 million, and I'm paying 250 as a deposit, and I'll pay the balance in 3 months' time and whatever. 3 months' time is what this happened now. Technically speaking, the law says that when you cannot pay as at when due,
The
that
land goes
yes,
back.
must go back, and that deposit is forfeited.
Wow. Badmus, good morning, sir.
Good morning. Another network, another call. You just called my line. Come on.
Oh, yeah, no verse.
Badmus, go ahead.
Because I was trying your number since midnight.
Oh, yeah, use the opportunity now. Go on.
Oh, yeah, waiting, I will answer.
Now don't come on.
Okay. Badmus, sorry, we are on another segment now. Now, legal matter we dey do. Question and answer program, don't go.
Okay, so except you see, when that thing happen like that, where we say that like that COVID issue now, nobody was making money, so you couldn't get the money to pay back, or probably the bank was not open, you couldn't reconcile your whatever, your bank balance, and then you couldn't pay. But technically speaking, that time is gone. Of course, this is where you can now sit down and say, look, it wasn't because I didn't want to pay. It was because of frustration, events that are beyond our something.
For
Force major.
Force major, thank you.
You know, but that force major on a contractual thing, force major must be inside the agreement. If it's not there, you cannot use it.
You don't have a case.
Yes, but ordinarily, if it's not there, then go back the way of, we call it in common law doctrine of frustration. We go by frustration to say that this is frustration. It don't happen so, and because it don't happen so, I cannot lose my deposit, and we have this frustration has to go on and things like that. So these are all the elements, because this kind of thing has happened. We have 2020. You go come to this side, you go to that side, and that's one thing. And just like Peter, when Peter was mentioning, even for issues of employment, this employment don't even come. Maybe say some people don't go fit pay.
Yes, downsizing and
yes.
all of you. Sorry, let's
Harmony.
take Harmony. Good morning, Harmony. Good morning, Harmony. Harmony, there? Well, you need to call us back, Harmony.
Okay, so issue like downsizing, right sizing, all those big grammar.
That word.
And
we really battle this. It's right sizing, not downsizing.
You can even see those of us when they watch football, how this kind of issue has even led to some people.
Bundesliga just came back.
They say okay, they have sacked some people, or probably they are fighting. That look, no
spectator at the stadium.
You cannot cut my salary. We have this salary, and all these things. Your salary is tied to spectator,
yes,
sponsorship,
branding,
TV rights, branding, all those things. And if it's not coming forth, how do we pay you? So these are all the issues that will come into. You're going to see that.
You will see different managers for different clubs.
Of course,
when they resume.
Because you will see, and you're going to see a lot of things.
But let me quickly shock you. The funniest one that is happening now. We are saying, should Liverpool take the trophy because we could not finish? Why everybody at the bottom line relegate automatically? Why people say Liverpool can take it since they're already having the clear cut? Those at the bottom say no, so that means we will relegate. No. We can still play better and not relegate.
You see, that's the issue. Everybody has their own perspective about this kind of thing. But you see, me, I'm talking to you because some people have not even collected salary. They've not collected salary for March, not to mention April. And they might not get it. For instance, if an event company you're working for, and the salary is tied to the number of events that they make
course.
to pay you. How? So these are all the elements that will go into it, of course, so that you are not going out of anger to your employer's house to start throwing, make you say go blow them or I go wound them. Why not go pay me? I don't work. You have to understand, because that kind of wahala we won't go do. If it cost you bege, your anger, if you not put them for check, you just go there, go the fight. If you destroy the thing, we pass the thing we they fight for. So make you know, say these are the new order. Because if you go there and say 1 crore salary, and because of that, out of anger, you go break the car or break that one. Of course, now criminal.
It's now a criminal offense.
Issue with that. You don't give even your salary now to criminal.
One salary don't cancel.
Destruction, malicious damage of property, somebody's property.
Threat to life,
and things like that. So these are things that you have to put into perspective, and look out to also insurance. Those insurance lines, those things you have signed. Look at those things again. Can it hold water? Can things happen like that?
Okay, sir. Let's take Chidi, sir. Chidi, good morning.
Chidi.
Good morning, sir.
How you doing, sir?
God bless you.
I'm fine, sir.
Yeah, Barry is all for you now.
Okay, sir. Barrister, good morning.
God bless you. God bless you. Good morning.
Please, I want to find out about this tenancy agreement.
Yes, sir.
I'm in this situation. I do pay yearly before.
Yeah.
So since I lost my job, I now met the
landlord,
the caretaker, and I will have an agreement. I started paying instrumentally to make up the year. Now, in this situation now, if they want to quit me now, what will I do? Am I going to have that 6 months notice, or? You
are paying yearly, they say paying monthly.
No, I'm paying yearly. I'm not paying monthly. So we have this agreement that, okay, since I don't have the bulk cash to give at once, we now split it into 3.
Okay. Okay. You see, the point is that if there was an agreement initially that has not been cancelled by your new arrangement, that agreement, a written agreement of yearly tenancy, will be the basis of your relationship. So it's just like you are now making a private arrangement to be doing quarterly. But if there was no agreement before, the law is that the basis of your relationship will be how you pay your rent. If there is no written agreement. So that means if you are paying 3 months, then I think you are entitled to 3 months or so, maybe 1 month notice. I'm not very sure, because I think if you are 6 months, it's 3 months. If you're 6 months tenant, if you're yearly half yearly tenant, it's 3 months. If you're a monthly tenant, it's 1 month. I think 3 months is 1 month too. I'm not too sure.
Going by the normal
ratio. I'm not too sure again. So, but if there's no agreement, then the way you pay becomes the basis of how it is done.
Okay, before we wrap it all up, I'll give Barry the floor to please just give us a moral suasion, most especially to those who have the documents in their hands. Those we don't sign for. We're saying I didn't get the power now. Power of Anthony.
No, seriously. Everybody has to just. It's a new normal. And please. If, for instance, in England now, landlords are not allowed to increase their rent. They are not even allowed to quit their tenants because of lack of payment. So it's a new normal. Everything is a new normal. So please, before you go out of anger or out of a mindset, say, no, this person won't chase me or whatever, you be able to see things happening. Otherwise, you can put yourself in a worse situation, legally speaking, than you started. If you still want to reach out to me based on what I've said so far, you can. My number is on the screen there. I can answer your question.
MCR, please. Thank you very much.
So that I can answer more of your questions, because I might be going to another topic next week.
Wow.
Have a wonderful time. Or if there are more questions that need to be answered, I can revisit it. But otherwise, we'll go on to, we've started about marriage issues before we say close.
Okay, thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.